in the best way.
Good morning. I will call to order the Dakota County Board of Commissioners meeting for today, November 18th, 2025. We'll start with a roll call first, please.
Commissioner Workman?
Here.
Commissioner Drosty?
Here.
Commissioner Holberg? Here. Commissioner Slavitt?
Here.
Commissioner Halverson?
Here.
Commissioner Heyman-Rowland?
Here.
Commissioner Atkins?
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum now. If you will please rise if you are able and join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good morning and welcome. We start off our meeting going out into the audience. If there's anyone in the audience wishing to address the board on an item not on the agenda or on the consent agenda, they may come forward at this time with comments limited to 5 minutes. Is there anyone in the audience wishing to address the board? Secondly, is there anyone who either did written comments or is online to give
No
public
online
comments?
comments.
No online or written comments. With that, we will move on to the approval of the agenda. What are the wishes of the board?
Move approval, Mr.
It's
Chair.
been moved by Commissioner Heyman-Rowland. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Halverson. With that, please call the roll.
Commissioner Drosty?
Yes.
Commissioner Holberg?
Yes.
Commissioner Slavitt?
Yes.
Commissioner Halverson?
Yes.
Commissioner Heyman-Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Atkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Workman?
Yes.
Thank you. Now we will move on to approval of the consent items, which are the minutes from the November 4th, 2025 meeting, 5.1, as well as items 6.1 to 11.2. And what are the wishes of the board?
Move approval.
It's been moved by Commissioner Halverson. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Drosty. Any further discussion? Seeing none, please call the roll.
Commissioner Holberg?
Yes.
Commissioner Slavitt?
Yes.
Commissioner Halverson?
Yes.
Commissioner Heyman-Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Atkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Workman?
Yes.
Commissioner Drosty?
Yes.
Thank you. On to the regular agenda, item 12.1, an action item under Facilities Management, authorization to execute contracts with Perdomo's Cleaning LLC, Triangle Services Incorporated, and Kimball Services Corporation for housekeeping services at county buildings. We have Mike Lexfold, Facility Management Director. Welcome to the meeting. Uh-oh.
Good morning, Mr. Chair.
Good morning.
Board.
Yeah.
You got it.
Done and
morning.
done, right? Good morning.
Mike Lexville, Facilities Management Director. Here to discuss the awarding of the housekeeping contracts for 2026, and if everything goes well, the first year, 27 and 2028. We'll go through the background, the solicitation process, our selections, approvals, and questions. So by way of background, the county cleans about 970,000 square feet of space. So this building alone is about 110 total. So by comparison, we've got a lot of clean space that gets done. That doesn't include anything that's typically got a concrete floor. So we've got a 1.7 million square feet of space. We cleaned just over half of that. The contract for these services, we send out an RFP. Typically, it's evening work in most locations, 5 days a week. We do have some exceptions for buildings that are open on weekends. Obviously, the Law Enforcement Center, Dakota 911, libraries are open 7 days a week. And historically, we've only had 4 contracts. Last cycle, so 2023, we split that into 8 to try to get more competitive pricing or more competitive hours solicited. Historically, we've only got the big national firms to come in. By breaking it into 8 different regions, 8 different contracts, we're able to get smaller vendors there, smaller contracts, and then more manageable pieces of work. I mean, it does create extra work for my team. We've got 8 contracts to manage instead of 4, but it totals about 68,000 hours of work each year for about $1.85 million. If we did that internally, it'd be 46 FTEs and about $5 million. So we do analyze this every year, and it makes the most financial sense, especially in our current position, to outsource these services. The solicitation process, we set the cost. So this one's done a little differently than most things you see out of facilities. We set the dollar amount, and then we tell the vendors, we're going to pay you X amount of dollars for this contract. Here's the days the buildings are open. Here's how many square feet they are. And they come back and tell us how often they're gonna clean it, how many staff they're gonna have, and then they have references and different criteria that we score them on. Primarily, our scoring is weighted on staffing levels and frequencies. The product's experience and references are factored in, but to a lesser extent. And I have 6 staff that score these. So I actually am not part of the scoring process. I double check the spreadsheet, make sure the math works. But I've got the 4 building supervisors and somebody over in environmental resources comparing the cleaning products to make sure what we specify is what they're providing. Our selections this year, Perdomos is getting 6 of the 8 contracts. They're a new firm to us last cycle. They have been doing the Law Enforcement Center and Juvenile Service Center for the last 2 years, and getting compliments from the Sheriff's Office staff, which in a jail and detention environment is something to be said. They're also a local firm. They're based out of Farmington. So they're based out of Farmington. Kimball Services has Lebanon Hills in the North Library region, based out of Maple Grove, and Triangle Services, who's been with us for a number of years, based out of Woodbury. And they'll have the Northern Service Center and the Crisis and Recovery Center. So my requested action today is the approval of contracts for 8 different contracts, regions, to 3 separate contractors, and I will stand for questions.
Thank you very much, Mike. Are there any questions from the board? If not, we do have an action before us, and I just want to go and acknowledge and commend the fact that the data analysis that you do to be able to figure out what is the best way to make sure we get the job done, as well as looking out for the dollars that our taxpayers pay with it. So I do appreciate that you do that on an annual basis, just to make sure it still makes sense to go in this path as opposed to others. So thank you for that. With that, entertain a motion.
Mr. Chair, I will move approval, and yes, I would like to thank you too. That was a great piece of information to share with our public too. Your effective efficiency in taking care of our facilities. So thank you.
Thank you. And is there a second to that?
Second.
Second by Commissioner Workman. Any further discussion? Seeing and hearing none, please call the roll.
Commissioner Slavic?
Yes.
Commissioner Helverson?
Yes.
Commissioner Hayman-Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Atkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Workman?
Yes.
Commissioner Drosty?
Yes.
Commissioner Holberg?
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike.
So item 13.1 will be under Human Resources, a closed executive session, County Manager's year-end performance review. Just to kind of walk through what we'll do for this morning. We're going to start, we'll pass this action item, and then we will move on to interagency reports, commissioner updates, county manager report, and my day of the year update. And then lastly, we'll actually recess, go to general government. Once general government is done, then we will go to the budget workshop. And then once the budget workshop is done, we will go back and reopen the meeting in closed session 13.1. So with that, could someone give me a motion on the closed executive session, county manager's year-end performance review?
So moved.
It's been moved by Commissioner Hayman-Rowland. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Commissioner Drosty. With that, please call the roll.
Commissioner Helverson?
Yes.
Commissioner Hayman-Rowland?
Yes.
Commissioner Atkins?
Yes.
Commissioner Workman?
Yes.
Commissioner Drosty?
Yes.
Commissioner Holberg?
Yes.
Commissioner Slavic?
Yes. Thank you. Now we're going to move on to interagency reports and commissioner updates, starting with the Association of Minnesota Counties.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. And I will leave the discussion of the upcoming annual meeting to you in your role as the head of the organization. Just pulled up the date for District 10. There's 3 of us that are serving the transportation part of the discussion. Commissioner Holberg, Commissioner Helverson, myself. That next date is December 18th. We'll get a presentation from John Solberg of MnDOT. We recently heard from others on the Met Council side or transit side talking about different lines. May have Commissioner Holberg or Helverson add more, but that's, as we've talked about that in the past, it's kind of an ongoing discussion in anticipation of the upcoming legislative session.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Atkins. And I heard very good things about that Transportation District 10 meeting, so that was great. Just a reminder that the annual conference is the December 8th through the 10th. It will be my last action as president of the Association of Minnesota Counties. It's where we will go and vote and approve our platform for 2026 legislative year. with that. So I know many of you are coming. It will be my last hurrah and speech, and I know that I think we have great attendance at our policy committees, even if you're not at the conference. We're being the fact that it's in the metro. Many of us, or I think actually all of us, at least attend the policy to be able to shape legislative actions for next year. With that, we're going to move on to the Metropolitan Emergency Services Board.
Yes, we had a meeting last week, standard items.
Okay. Minnesota Intercounty Association, Micah.
Thank you. We met last Wednesday and continue to prepare for the next legislative session. Lots going on underneath the surface. In addition to that, our executive director, Nathan Jessen, and I addressed a group of legislative leaders last week who were doing kind of a tax boot camp to get ready for session, and talked about the impacts of the tax bills on counties, and the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I have to say, it was well received. It was good that we brought a lot of new information to the table, and so I hope that it opens the door for some good discussion in the coming legislative session and good decision making, more importantly. Commissioner Drosty, anything to add from our meeting?
No, I'd say just one comment. The follow-up data that was sent out from Micah looking at all counties was tremendously valuable, puts in perspective the pressure from state and federal shifts, what it's doing to counties.
It's big. And then I'll ask everybody to keep their eyes peeled for our annual meeting at the end of January. You'll be getting an invitation, and we'd love to have as many board members attend as possible. It's gets to be a better meeting every year, so please join us.
Thank you. Now we'll move on to the Metropolitan Mosquito Control District Commission.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We have an executive board meeting this Thursday because next week is too close to Thanksgiving.
All right, thank you. And National Association of Counties, NACO, any updates?
Well, Commissioner Drosty alluded to the federal pressures. I think we talked here in Dakota County about shifts of upwards of $20+ million over the next couple of years that the feds are laying off onto counties like ours. The annual NACO legislative meeting is February 21st through the 24th, and everybody should have been notified if they are interested in attending.
And I'm just going to also add on to that in the fact that about every other week, NACO is kind of giving a federal update, which has been very helpful because things are always changing, evolving. Now that the government is back working again, that's a relative comment, of course, but with that, there's still proposals out there that will have impacts one way or the other. So, but I do feel like that's a great resource to know what's going on federally because things are always evolving and changing. With that, we'll move on to Transportation Advisory Board, TAB.
Meeting tomorrow, can't wait.
All right, Vermilion River Watershed Joint Powers Board.
We do not have a meeting this month. Next meeting will be in December.
All right, Workforce Development Board.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The awards banquet is coming up. It will be December the 10th, and I have information about who's the winners. Would you like to hear?
Sure.
Okay.
Considering I will be giving my closing speech at that exact time.
Excellent.
So,
yes,
with AMC,
right.
just
Yes,
like last
yes,
year.
yes.
Yes.
The Mark McAfee Friend of Workforce Award, which is an award that actually I got. It's really something that I cherish. Is Katie Bachman, Mayor, City of Lakeville. Do you know her, Commissioner? The Business Champion Award is Friendship Manor from Shakopee. The Bob Killian Award is MNGI Endoscopy of Lakeville. And the Willis Branning Excellence in Youth for Dakota County is Hope Field House. And for Scott County, it's Greystone Construction. The Bob Class Senior Entrepreneur Award, Esme Miranda from Squeaky Services. And then I'm really proud of this one. the Employer of the Year for People with Disability Award. I'm proud of all of the award winners, but especially this one. Constellation Coffee in Apple Valley, which is run by disabled individuals, which is really a beautiful place. And then just some interesting stats about our hiring events that are going on from 24 to 25. There were, in 24, there were an average of 18.69 employers and 38.52 job seekers. Now, in 25, there were 16.8 employers and 46.36 job seekers. So there is a change that's beginning to happen. And then on November the 19th, there's going to be a skills-based hiring workshop. And it's for employers. And it helps employers to see, I'm just going to give you some examples of this. Job postings updated to emphasize necessary skills, not just degree requirements. Job seeker candidates are assessed and interviewed based on knowledge and skills. Training programs are created to improve onboarding and retention, and managers and employees are provided the information about possible career pathways as well as paths that require and resources to develop those skills. So I think it's going to be something important for employers to be able to participate in on November 19th.
Yeah, great. Thank you so much,
You're welcome.
Commissioner Heyman. Roland. And with that, we'll move to any other updates, Commissioner updates or interagency reports from the board.
I just want to report out, Mr. Chair, on our MVTA. I really stressed, and our county engineer, Labrie, also knows this. We pushed for a change in connection with the Western Services Center and Galaxy Avenue for bus service, which they have removed. And in 2026, and sometime in March, they will be reestablishing that in Route 442.
Well, great, thank you.
So for people who are listening, that's a really important resource for them.
All right, thank you. Others from the board? I am not finding any. With that, we'll move on to the county manager report.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Just a couple of quick notes. I think today was a good day after hearing from our facilities director about the custodial awards that come every year. Just to quickly remind our public and thank all of the contracted employees that we have. We often talk about our own employees, but our work is extended through contracts, sometimes with for-profit organizations, but very often with not-for-profit organizations who do very much of our case management work and so forth in community services. So I just thought I'd take a moment to thank the many contractors that we also use in our work. And second, if you look outside, there's been a little white stuff. Our plows are on. We're ready to roll. That's it.
That is it. Okay, thank you.
That was big.
I will, before we go into recess, just let you know that today is day, we've already finished 320 days this year. We only have 46 days left of the year. And today and 2 more board meetings, which will be marathon meetings for us. But also November 18th is Entrepreneurs Day. And I think that as we've talked in the partnerships that Dakota County does with our workforce board, and the fact of the matter is that as AI is changing what we do in the workforce, the fact of the matter is that it's our small businesses and our entrepreneurs who are really going to change how we do what we do each and every day. And we're very fortunate to have a strong, thriving business community, both at the entrepreneurial, the small business, and at the large businesses in this county. So we are very appreciative of that. And today, on November 18th, we acknowledge that today is Entrepreneurial Day.
That's great.
Yeah, right.
Thank
And
you.
with that, I am going to go and put us into recess until we meet back in closed session for the performance evaluation of the county manager. So we are in recess.